Goodness, we are so excited. We are collaborating with the finest. We are having a mixer on May the 30th, and it is with Brian Daly. He's right down below here on the screen, and it is with Epic Business Connections and the Grand Connection. So he is bringing all his people to meet our people. So it's going to be this incredible mixer. So we're going to have room for networking, lots of breakout rooms, and each of our communities is going to have some of our members share some of their wisdom about building relationships, and communications is our theme this month. Brian, thank you so much for making the decision to collaborate with us. Why don't you share some of the nuggets and where we're going to go on May the 30th?
Sure. Well, first, let me start by saying I've known Carolyn and Susan now probably going on a couple of years, and we've collaborated in the past. Have always been great success. And personally, for me and the folks that have sort of collaborated or been to Grand Connection meetings and groups, I've made some of the best friendships, business relationships with Grand Connection folks, like-minded, go-giver type folks. I think it'll be a great event for everyone to be at, learn something new, get an opportunity to meet some new folks. And I think the great thing about collaborating with Grand Connection really helps expand. We're kind of East Coast, Florida, now we're going global, international, Canada, UK, Australia, Mexico. I mean, the list just goes on and on. And, and the interesting thing about that is I thought, well, Australia, but I've one of my best connections and collaborations is a guy in Australia which, by the way, you'll get to meet him as well. And I met him through the Grand Connection, and that one connection alone is worth all of the stuff, et cetera, but much, much more than that. So I don't want to take all the time, but I'm looking forward to it. And, when great people get together, great things come from it. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, they really do. And it's like you said, when we're in the green room there, it's kind of like two galaxies colliding. So it's going to be Epic Galaxy and the Grand Connection Galaxy coming together, because honestly, you don't want to do this alone. Honestly, you don't. And to come together is so much more powerful, so much better. And, Brian's community and our community share the same core values. We care. So, I mean, it's going to be magical. And I think there's going to be some really great connections, grand connections at that event, and future collaborations that you can level up your business, get on a podcast, put on a summit together, do business together. So people, if you have time, and on May the 30th, the time is from 1 till 2:30, 4 to 5:30 Eastern, and in the UK, 9 till 10:30. Susan, do you want to add anything else to that?
Look at that fancy banner across the bottom. Holy mackerel. Look at the skills these gals have. Man.
Well, there's a world of tech that, it just makes life easier than I remember, Brian, my first business, I had to fax things to people, But, this is going to be absolutely fun too. Like, business doesn't have to be boring and hard and alone. You don't have to be alone, and you can have a lot of fun. Brian was just talking to us just before we got on Restream about, we want to have a session on here on how to add humor into your relationships and how you build them. And, Brian had us laughing a lot. And Brian, you got a lot of good Brianisms that we're going to be sharing and having some activities. And this isn't just, you're going to come here, you're going to meet a lot of great people. Grand relationships can form, as we know, and we've all made, we've made many big relationships through the Grand Connection and through Epic Business Connections that have increased our business, doubled our business. I see those galaxies forming, and as the stars go, there's a little dollar sign of stars forming, and there's a happy face of fun, and there's hands holding and hearts and all that. There's just so many great relationships and so much that can be, growing from collaboration. And, you know, just to come have a great time and lots of breakouts. We're going to have many breakouts, Carolyn. And Carolyn, just share a little bit about, you know, how if you're new to networking online, how easy it is when you come to an event like this to get started and feel comfortable.
Absolutely. So you can bring your tea, which I have my tea here. You can just hop on our event. It is, you know, really positive energy. And then when you go into a breakout room, there's only 3 or 4 people in the breakout room. And we direct you specifically on what's going to happen. You'll have about, you know, 30 seconds to share your business, what you love about your business, one of your favorite client stories. And then we're going to have a question for you in the breakout room, just to share from your heart, from what you want to share. So those other people in the room can get to know you a little bit, because it's really not about selling ever. It's about relationships. It's about building those meaningful relationships that can take you to the next level in your business. Or they may know of someone that's your perfect client. So it's about just showing up. And you know what? Every walk of life comes to our events, from startup to people who are leaders. I mean, leading legacy people in sales, in marketing. So wherever you are, we welcome you to meet some fabulous people. They'll give you a resource, new idea, and connect, because, you know, doing it alone in your office is just not right. So I think networking is a great opportunity to build meaningful relationships, build your business, but also create friendships. Like Brian is now our friend. We have collaborated with the LinkedIn posting party, but I mean, I know that I could fly to Florida and Brian would have me there in his backyard at his pool, and we'd have some appies and, you know, go for a dip, swim. And I'd meet Ellen. And so it's about creating these relationships that become friendships. I'd love when you talk about that at the LinkedIn posting parties too, Brian. So, you know, come hang out with us. If you've never been to a Grand Connection event before, you can come twice as a guest for free. So come and meet some fabulous folks, get some great ideas on how to build relationships, how to follow up, how to create those systems, those templates. We're going to have lots of nuggets for you to learn from as well. So we welcome you, and thank you, Brian, again for partnering with us at the Grand Connection. And we'll see you on May the 30th. Thank you.
You guys make it so easy. Thank you.